everyone, and welcome to Amanda's Appreciative Thanksgiving Usborne Book Bash. I'm Erin Wright, your book boss for tonight. I'm super excited to share books with you and literacy tips and just have a lot of fun. Also, thank you, Miss Amanda, for hosting with me tonight. I love having parties with lots of fun people. So, I just wanted to share a few books quickly and then talk a little bit about the party before we hop into the fun posts. So the first book I have to share is a Christmas one because that's my favorite holiday and I have a lot of Christmas books. So if you'll indulge me, this is Nibbles. It also lets me talk about one of my favorite little characters who we do have a plushie of too. He is, if you didn't know, a little yellow book monster who nibbles on books. Lots of other things too. This one is great because it includes counting and a fun Christmas theme, as well as my favorite thing about Nibbles' books, the holes where he chewed through the page. Nibbles is a silly and fun character, and he has 4 stories that are what we think of as traditional storybooks, and they are a Dino Hunt Monster Guide and his original story, and then the newest one is a bedtime story, which I'm super excited to check out. Then in the board book size, which is this one, we have Christmas, numbers, and colors. I think these are so cute, and Emma Yarlett is one of my favorite Usborne authors. I almost put those two things together. So, just such a fun book to read at Christmas time. Also great for littles because it's short, but it incorporates counting, so you can kind of add that a little bit of learning in there too. Also, I like to point out with our books for our youngest readers, because they are usually the ones that love our books the hardest, that we do have a 50% lifetime warranty on all of our books. This means that if one of your little readers or an older reader has kind of overloved a book and you need to replace it, you can contact me and I'll help you through the process. You will pay half the original cost plus some shipping and tax, but you get the book returned to you brand new at a cheaper price, and it's definitely a way to keep loving your Usborne books. So hit me up if you ever need one of them replaced, and I hope that you'll add Nibbles to your list of characters to enjoy. This kind of hefty book is our complete Dickens book. We also have a complete Jane Austen and complete Shakespeare books. I love the illustrations on the front cover, and there's a fun ribbon bookmark. We also have a series called Illustrated Originals or Classics that has some great classic tales with padded book covers and ribbon bookmarks. Those titles include ones such as Alice in Wonderland, Around the World in 80 Days, and Black Beauty, to name a few. This book is especially special during the holidays because it has the classics we think of for Dickens of David Copperfield and A Christmas Carol. But there are also some of his other classics in here, such as Oliver Twist and Bleak House. One of my favorite features is that each story is separated by illustrated pages, like this one for our mutual friend, that has a synopsis of the story as well as character breakdowns for some of the characters that you will see in the tale along with it. I love how beautiful these illustrations are and that they're in full color as well. This allows us adult readers to still enjoy some pictures along with our stories. I highly recommend this if you are somebody who likes to collect classic tales or just wants to have some of those old favorites in your repertoire. The next book I want to share is near and dear to my heart because this book, Boy, has a main character who is deaf and my husband is hard of hearing. One of the things that Usborne does very well that I love is they have lots of books that are inclusive for disabilities as well as lots of books that are diverse in nature of race and culture. So kiddos get to learn a lot through these books, but also get exposed to things that maybe are different or new to them. And I think that that is so important in teaching compassion and kindness and all of those things that we find important to being a good person. Boy is really cute too because the end pages match the theme of the book, which I think is so awesome. And it just has a super fun theme with dragons and our friend Boy. I just love this story. I think it's so awesome that Usborne includes sign language a little bit in the book so we can teach the kids things like I love you and thank you so they can learn a little bit about how to connect with people who either are hard of hearing or deaf. I highly recommend this one. Finally, the series that launched me into loving Usborne and just wanting to do this whole book boss thing. This is Shine a Light. If you are not familiar, then I will show you the magic of this book in just a moment or two. But I have to say that the very first time I read one of these books in my pre-K classroom, I thought, oh, because it's kind of long, I'll keep it quick and read only about half the book. About halfway through, my kiddos were begging me to finish the story and sat through it all in one go. And then the very next day wanted to hear the same story all over again. So I knew I had a winner and I had fallen in love with these books. This one is called Holidays and Celebrations, but there are about 25 titles in this series, and all of them are wonderful. There's everything from being at the hospital to Wonders of the World and being on an airplane. I think these are a great way to engage kids in reading and education, and they do have a little bit of magic too. So I'm going to flip really quick to the Christmas page, but I do like to point out that there's everything from Passover to the Cherry Blossom Festival, the 4th of July, many different things to read. There is, unfortunately, Thanksgiving is not in here, but there is a holiday that is close to it that is called Eid. And it's a Muslim holiday that talks about giving and being thankful, as well as eating lots of yummy food. I think that sounds a little familiar. Now on to Christmas. There is Halloween too, and the Day of the Dead. Here's Christmas. It says, the Christmas tree is shining with beautiful lights and ornaments. What are the children excited about? So, you need a light source for this book, and I have a friend who in the summer likes to take her kiddos outside and use the sunlight. You could also use a lamp in the room, but I like to use a bicycle light because it's easy to slip between the pages and definitely a lot easier than a regular flashlight. But the light is what unlocks the magic in this book. So if you can see inside the presents, and this child is getting a book or a cute little teddy bear. I think that's so fun to be able to have a little bit of sneak peek into Christmas presents. And it also, then when you turn the page, continues on a little bit and says presents. Christmas is a wintertime Christian festival. On Christmas Day, people celebrate in lots of different ways, including giving gifts. This story, like I said, has lots of different holidays, and at the very back of the book, There's even a little bit of extended learning because each holiday has its own little bit of extra tidbit about it to share. So that is our Shine a Light series. Now, real quick, I do just want to talk a little bit about the party. The first thing I always like to note is that the posts go out kind of quickly, and it might seem like it's easy to get lost or behind, but don't worry, I got you. The posts will be numbered, and while they may not say in numbered order on the page, they will be in numbered order in the announcements tab. So definitely check there if you're feeling a little lost. Also, go completely at your own pace, and don't worry if I'm on post number 7 and you're still not done with post number 4. It's totally okay. The idea is for you to soak it all in, ask lots of questions, and remember that those comments get you drawing entries for that prize. Also, when you comment, if you can remember to tag me, Erin Wright, with your question, this notifies me right away to go check it out and answer your question. Now, sort of the awesome thing in this party is that Miss Amanda is pretty on the mark with answering questions. So if I don't get to a question right away, she might beat me to it and probably have the exact right answer. So if you forget to tag me, don't worry, I'll get to you as quickly as I can, but I would bet that Miss Amanda might even beat me there. Finally, you're probably wondering about that shopping link. Don't worry, it's coming, but towards the end of the party. This is so that you can focus on the party, ask lots of questions, and find books that you and your readers are going to love for years to come. So sit back, relax, and get ready to kick off the holiday season with this very fun book party. Thank you all for joining us, and thank you again, Miss Amanda. I'll see everyone on post number 1. Bye!